Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel by Gyan Manjari Model School. Our subject is Science for Standard 9th and our current chapter is Natural Resources. In this chapter, in the previous session, we have learned about the biogeochemical cycle. What is called biogeochemical cycle? Due to the interaction between the living component and non-living component, the low pressure is created, and due to this some cycles are occur, just like a nitrogen cycle and also the carbon cycle, also oxygen cycle and water cycle. We have learned in the previous video about the water cycle. I have drawn on this and also the points noted here. Also we have discussed about the nitrogen cycle. Today we are going to learn the third and also important cycle, that is carbon cycle. Students, carbon is an element and it is non-metal. It is not present in the pure form, but it is in the form of graphite and diamond. These are the elemental form of carbon and they are present in the form of graphite and carbon in the nature. Also the carbon is a component of living things. Just our endoskeleton, means our bones, endoskeleton is made up of carbon. Also students, take out page number 196. All the life forms are based on carbon containing molecules like protein, carbohydrates, fats, nucleic acid and vitamins. Means in all these things carbon is one of the component. The endoskeletons and exoskeletons of various animals are also formed from carbonate salts. Means component of carbon is there in all these type. It is also present in our food. Since carbon is also called the backbone of chemistry, it is also called the backbone of life because it is present everywhere, and also it has the tendency to making a bond, covalent bond between with other elements. Since you will learn what are the bonds and how they create the bonds with other element, you will learn in chapter 3 and 4. Just here remember carbon is very important because how the bondings are formed, how the ionic bonds are formed, how the covalent bonds are formed, this will be you will learn in chapter number 3. Okay. So carbon is incorporated into life forms through the basic process photosynthesis. Again students, photosynthesis. In the photosynthesis, what is photosynthesis? Is the cooking process of, we can say, plant. Plant prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis, and in the photosynthesis the plants require 4 main things. Which are they? Oxygen is the byproduct, not oxygen. Carbon dioxide, sunlight, water and chlorophyll. So with the help of 4 things, plant prepare their own food. Means here carbon is used. Symbol of carbon is C. So carbon is used in its oxide form here. So in the carbon cycle CO2 is involved here because CO2 with the help of CO2, sunlight, water and chlorophyll only, the plant prepare their own food, and that is called photosynthesis. Okay. So we can say carbon is very important element in the life processes. Dissolve in water into glucose, and this process converts carbon dioxide from atmosphere or dissolve in water into glucose molecules. So in our food the carbon element is there because glucose C6H12O6. Students, you will learn about the molecular formula in the third chapter, but just I want to tell you that carbon is one of the component in our food. Again, carbon cycle. In carbon cycle, again this CO2. We exhale CO2, animals, and the plant uses CO2 during the photosynthesis. So here there is a conversion of CO2 from animals to plants and plants to animals, we can say. Again, from where we are getting CO2 in the air? We are getting CO2 from the vehicles, the smoke which comes from the running vehicle. There is one of the component CO2 is there. Again, the CO2 we get from the industrial production, means smokes which comes from the industries, factories. So there are carbon particles also there. Due to this, we can say the smoke is the black colored smoke. So due to this carbon, the smoke is black. So here atmosphere, this cycle goes on. This carbon is utilized by plants and in the form of CO2, and again it is cycle is going on in the nature. So it is just the carbon cycle, students. Here see page number 199. The carbon cycle is given. On the top it is written that carbon CO2 in atmosphere, means carbon dioxide in atmosphere. This CO2 is utilized by the plants for the process of photosynthesis. Again, it is converted into coal. When the wood is burned in the limited air, insufficient air, then it is converted into coal. Coal is the fuel. Then carbonates in water. Again, some insects are there in the water, marine water. The shells of these animals are, insects are made up of carbonate. Again, limestone is also the form of carbon. In limestone there is a carbon. Organic compounds in animals, just we have discussed before, exoskeleton, endoskeleton, proteins, fats. So carbon is one of the main component in it. Again we know inorganic carbonates means shells, just we have discussed the shells of the insects which we find in the sea, oceans. The cells, mollusca family, they are from the mollusca family. We will learn these in the chapter number 7, student. What is the mollusca family? So here these shells are made up of carbon, means not only carbon but calcium carbonate or carbonic oxides. So carbon is one of the component, because it is not found in the free state, it can be found in the compound. It is very reactive with all other components. And also we know petroleum. So which are the petroleums? What we get from the petroleum? Coal and petroleum, diesel, kerosene, all these are called the petroleum products. And in the petroleum product, carbon is one of the more very important element is there, one of the important component is there. So here we can say carbon is in the living organism, also it is found in the inorganic, means non-living components. So here in this way the carbon cycle goes in the nature. But students, here we will see that carbon is utilized only by the plants, and the sources of the carbon dioxide is many in the nature, just industries, factories, and the running vehicles, and the animals in the exhale, they spread or amount of carbon dioxide increases in the atmosphere. So all this, due to all these things, we can say the proportion of carbon dioxide is increasing day by day. And again, the carbon dioxide is having the property that it is heavier in air. So it remains on the surface of the earth. It doesn't go in the upper layer of the atmosphere. And also other property of carbon dioxide, it absorbs the heat. So due to these things, the carbon dioxide absorbs the heat and it remains on the surface. Its proportion is increases day by day. Due to this, it creates the heat. So due to this, the warmness on the earth, or we can say heat on the earth, increases, and this leads to greenhouse effect. From the name greenhouse effect, we feel like that it is very good effect, but actually it is harmful for all the living beings and also for the earth, because day by day the proportion of carbon dioxide increases and it is having two property to absorb the heat and it is heavier in air. So due to all these things, the proportion of carbon dioxide, the heat increases on the surface of the earth, and this is called global warming, and due to it leads to global warming. So greenhouse effect is not the good effect, students, and due to this global warming, the snow at the polar region melts and this water enters into the sea. So ultimately what happens? The potable water, the fresh water, which is converted into the salty water, saline water. So this is not good effect, students, greenhouse effect and also the global warming. Okay students, let's see from textbook. Recall the regarding taken by you under heat is trapped by glass. So if suppose one activity is given, if in a bowl, suppose some water is there and it is covered by the glass, then and we heat the bowl. So ultimately the water inside the bowl will get heated and the steam is produced. But remember, steam will be there because cover on the surface of the bowl is there. So like this way, on the surface in the atmosphere, due to this carbon dioxide, the heat, proportion of heat is getting increases, because due to the factorization, urbanization and the industrialization, all these things, there is a proportion of CO2 is getting increased. So such enclosures are called greenhouses. Greenhouses have also lent their name to an atmospheric phenomenon. Some gases prevent the escape of the heat from the earth. An increase in the percentage of such gases in the atmosphere would cause average temperature increases, and for this, which two gases are very responsible. There are carbon dioxide and one CFC gas, chlorofluorocarbon. It is in this chapter only, but that topic is cancelled, but just you have to remember chlorofluorocarbon is also responsible. The gas which is created from our refrigerator and all these things. So carbon dioxide is one of the greenhouse gases. Underline this, students. Carbon dioxide, page number 199, it is on the second last paragraph. Carbon dioxide is one of the greenhouse gases. An increase in the carbon dioxide content in the atmosphere would cause more heat to be retained by atmosphere and leads to global warming. So here we hear about global warming. So what is global warming? Global warming is the increase of the CO2, and due to this increase in the temperature on the earth. Okay, so this is about the carbon cycle, students, and the greenhouse effect. Now students, one more point is remaining from this chapter, and it is the oxygen cycle, students. Okay, so we will see about the oxygen cycle. This is the last topic, students, from our first term syllabus, that is oxygen cycle. The next point about the ozone layer is cancelled, so this one is the last topic. This chapter is very easy, no derivations, no numericals, no any formulae you have to learn, no any molecular compounds, molecular formula you have to learn. It's very easy chapter, students. Start learning. In few days your exam is going to start. Now oxygen cycle. This is also one of the very important cycle, students, because without oxygen, without air, and especially without oxygen, the animals or plants can't live. For the photosynthesis, the plant use the CO2, but for respiration they use O2, and the rate of respiration is very less. So in the byproduct in the photosynthesis is O2, and it is utilized by us. Okay, oxygen cycle is there. Just try to draw with me. It is given in the textbook, students. Figure number 14.8, page number 200. Respiration. Very easy one it is. Photosynthesis. O2 cycle. Oxygen means O2 cycle. CO2, H2O. H2O means water, students. This is the molecular formula of water. Organic molecules, C6H12O6 and O2, atmospheric oxygen O2. Arrows are very important. This is here. Also in the respiration it is utilized. Again it goes to CO2 converted. Exhale. When we exhale, it is utilized for the photosynthesis. Also in the respiration, water is released, and it is also utilized for the photosynthesis. Again in the photosynthesis, the glucose is produced, and in the very easy students, I will explain you. Okay, so these are the only the interaction between animals and plants. This is oxygen cycle. We know what is the proportion of oxygen in atmosphere. It is about 21%, 78% nitrogen is there, about 21% oxygen is there, and in remaining percentage all other gases and water vapor is there. Okay, so about 21% oxygen is there. This O2 in atmosphere, it is utilized for respiration. We can directly use the respiration. See, yesterday only I explained, means in the previous period, that nitrogen is not utilized directly by the plants or animals. it is utilized in the nitrate or nitrite forms. Okay, but oxygen can be utilized in the direct form. In the respiration, when we inhale, oxygen goes inside our body, means the body of animals. And what are the products? CO2. Exhale, when we exhale, we release CO2 and also the water is there. Both these components are utilized by the plants for the photosynthesis. We know plant utilize water, CO2, sunlight is there, chlorophyll are inside the plant, green color pigments. And with the help of these 4 elements, plants do the process of photosynthesis. And what are the products? The products means this organic food prepared by the plant, and also it releases oxygen. So oxygen is the product of the photosynthesis. Again this oxygen is utilized by the animals. This part is plant, this part is animals. Very easy, students. This cycle is easiest. Oxygen is utilized for respiration, O2 and CO2. Again utilized by the plant for photosynthesis. They release oxygen and the food material. This food material is utilized for the plant itself, and again also used for the respiration. And this photosynthesis, the byproduct is oxygen, is utilized for the means the byproduct is oxygen and utilized for the plant animals for the respiration. In this way this cycle goes on between plants and animals. This cycle is called oxygen cycle. It's very important and easy cycle, students. So students, here we can say we have finished with this syllabus of the first term exam, and now we will have one more session of the revision session next time, students. Okay, now it's time for homework. What is greenhouse effect? Just you have to write what is greenhouse effect. And number 2, short note on oxygen cycle with figure. Figure is already given in your textbook. Okay, students, so just start reading. Next session we will have the revision. I will explain about the paper style and we will revise all the chapters. Okay, students, bye, take care.